Hey guys, Henreys here, back with another video. Okay, today's one of those videos where you might want to blink twice before trusting what you see. Because these photos? Yeah, they're not as simple as they look. At first glance, everything seems normal, but give it a second and suddenly there's something weird, something confusing, something that just doesn't add up. And the best part? Every single one of these has a story behind it. Moments that were captured at the perfect, or maybe the worst possible time. Some of these might make you laugh, others might make you uncomfortable, and a few will just leave you thinking, how did this even happen? So stick with me, because things are about to get strange real quick. And hey, if you enjoy this kind of content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You already know more videos like this are coming. Alright, let's dive in. In 1957, Queen Elizabeth II visited Portugal to strengthen the historic Anglo-Portuguese alliance. Here, she shares a rare, candid moment with Prime Minister Antonio Salazar. In this candid 1977 backstage moment, country icon Dolly Parton shares a warm embrace with Rolling Stones frontman Mick Jagger following her performance at New York's Bottom Line. An elderly man sits dazed on a Hastings sidewalk after being caught in a 1964 clash between rival British youth subcultures, the Mods and Rockers. Icons collide in 1986 as Patrick Swayze and Brooke Shields share a moment at a New York fashion gala, capturing the peak of 80s Hollywood glamour. Before the revolution, Ernesto Guevara explored Argentina on this motorized bicycle. This 1950s solo trek sparked the wanderlust and social awakening that eventually forged the global icon, Che. In 1960, Pope John XXIII blessed this custom Mercedes-Benz 300D Landaulet. Gifted by the manufacturer, it featured a retractable soft top and elevated throne, allowing the Good Pope to be clearly seen by crowds. Grunge icons Kurt Cobain and Courtney Love arrive at the 1993 MTV VMAs with baby Frances Bean, marking the family's only major public red carpet appearance together. Step back to 1900 at the bustling Les Halles market. Two women stand proudly by their meticulously arranged fruit stall, capturing the vibrant soul of historic Parisian commerce. In 1928, these GE student engineers didn't just study, they built. This massive motor powered the SS Virginia, the world's largest electric ship. History in the making. President Jimmy Carter joins Willie Nelson at the Merriweather Post Pavilion in 1978. The lifelong friends surprised the Maryland crowd by performing a heartfelt duet of Georgia on My Mind. In 1942, Hollywood's biggest star, Mickey Rooney, married 19-year-old newcomer Ava Gardner. Their short-lived, 9-month marriage was a tabloid sensation, marked by a massive fame gap and Mickey's notorious infidelity. Hollywood legend Marlene Dietrich defines 1930s elegance, posing with her custom Cadillac V16. A 452D Fleetwood masterpiece, it remains a timeless symbol of cinematic glamour. Witness racing history as Graham Hill pioneers the first-person view. Strapping a bulky Nikon camera to his helmet, the King of Monaco prepares to capture the 1962 Grand Prix from a daring new perspective. In 1921, these eerie rubber beauty masks were the height of skincare technology, promising to sweat away wrinkles and age spots for a flawless, youthful complexion. In 1982, iconic actress Raquel Welch redefined timeless beauty in Cabo San Lucas. At 42, she stunned the world, proving her legendary status remained absolutely undisputed. In 1983, workers at the Chelyabinsk forge and press plant assembled Raduga pedal cars, luxury childhood status symbols, built alongside heavy military and industrial machinery in the USSR. A musical moment in history. President Richard Nixon performs on the piano for Harry S. Truman and their wives during a 1969 visit to the Truman Library. Before vitamin D was understood, parents used healing trees to cure rickets. Passing a child through a split trunk was believed to transfer the disease away. This iconic 1970s portrait captures a young Jane Seymour early in her career. Radiating timeless elegance in a plaid cap, she soon became a global sensation as Bond girl Solitaire. Before he made history on the moon, Neil Armstrong was just a child in Ohio. Born in 1930, this future astronaut's journey began long before his giant leap. Brad Pitt and girlfriend Jitka Polidek attend the Legends of the Fall premiere on November 30th, 1994, showcasing Pitt's iconic long-haired look in Beverly Hills. Alcatraz gave inmates hot showers to prevent them from toughening up. This ensured the freezing bay remained a deadly barrier against any escape attempts. Two Japanese children experienced the pure wonder of a 1950s winter, their faces tilted toward the sky in joyful amazement as the first snowflakes fall. The 9.2 magnitude Great Alaska Earthquake remains the most powerful in U.S. history. This 1964 photo captures a photographer documenting the massive destruction in downtown Anchorage. Captured in 1929 on the Palm Islands, Queensland, this rare photo depicts an Aboriginal man using a camera, subverting colonial tropes and highlighting early Indigenous engagement with modern technology. 1943. In occupied Taganrog, Nazi forces exploit Russian history, re-erecting the monument of Peter the Great to replace Soviet symbols for wartime propaganda. In 1942, box office king Mickey Rooney wed rising star Ava Gardner. This whirlwind Hollywood romance sparked headlines before ending just 1 year later. Shirley MacLaine and Jane Russell radiate 1950s glamour backstage at the All-Star Christmas Show. This 1958 candid captures a rare moment of high-fashion elegance from two Hollywood icons. This 1985 patent for an apple-shaped phone often goes viral as a secret iPhone ancestor, but it was actually just a 1980s novelty landline. In 1945 Cairo, two women enjoy a hookah at a local cafe. This rare glimpse into Egypt's past captures a blend of tradition and mid-century social freedom. Experience the charm of Novi Sad, Serbia in 1912. As electric trams first buzzed through these historic streets, a modern era dawned amidst stunning Austro-Hungarian architecture. In 1970, beloved singer Cilla Black posed at the London Palladium with Basil Brush. This meeting brought together two British television icons for a classic, light-hearted publicity moment. Captured in 1977, Bianca Jagger and Liza Minnelli released White Doves at Studio 54. This iconic Halston-hosted birthday bash epitomized the peak of New York's disco-era glamour. In 1956, Ringling Brothers Elephants traded the Big Top for the open road, marching down Baltimore's Pulaski Highway in a massive, trunk-to-tail promotion that stopped traffic and captivated the city. Relive the 1984 Los Angeles Games with AT&T's official commemorative telephones. These limited edition collectibles featured signed athlete sculptures in bonded bronze or pewter, capturing timeless moments of victory. In the 1920s, spring-loaded heels were marketed as a revolutionary exercise tool. These bouncy attachments promised to turn every stroll into a high-energy workout. In April 1967, disaster struck the Soviet space program. Cosmonaut Vladimir Komarov tragically died during the Soyuz 1 re-entry when his parachute failed, marking the first in-flight fatality. The Apollo 11 crew, Armstrong, Aldrin, and Collins, posed with their families around a lunar model, captured during a rare, personal moment just months before the historic moon landing. Captured in the late 19th century, this medical portrait shows a man with severe elephantiasis, a condition caused by parasitic worms that obstruct the lymphatic system, leading to extreme swelling. A rare photograph from 1883 to 1888 captures an American woman in a beautifully embroidered dress, showcasing the intricate floral and leaf patterns popular in late 19th century fashion. Frozen for 30 million years, this praying mantis was discovered perfectly preserved in Dominican amber, a rare, crystal-clear window into our planet's ancient past. In 79 AD, Vesuvius's extreme heat caused cadaveric spasms, freezing victims in lifelike poses. This man died instantly from thermal shock, not while seeking pleasure as popular internet memes suggest. Meet the Canfields, 1930s aerial hunters. From their Coyote special plane, this daring duo patrolled North Dakota's skies, turning predator control into a legendary Depression-era survival story. Captured by legendary photographer Herb Ritz, this 1985 portrait features pop icon Madonna and actor Sean Penn shortly after their high-profile Malibu wedding, epitomizing 80s Hollywood royalty. In the early 1980s, rising star Heather Locklear captivated audiences, famously balancing simultaneous roles as Sammy Jo on Dynasty and Officer Stacey Sheridan on the police drama T.J. Hooker. In the heart of 1980s Paris, a street musician plays a gentle tune, accompanied by his loyal German shepherd and a perfectly balanced duck. Simply pure bohemian magic. Before she led Germany, she was Angela Kasner. This rare 1970s photo captures the future chancellor on a forest hike during her student years in the East. In 1942, civilians dismantled iron fences and donated household goods for scrap drives. These community efforts provided essential materials for building wartime ships, planes, and weaponry. In 1961, Nazi architect Adolf Eichmann stood trial in Jerusalem for crimes against humanity. Captured in Argentina, his televised sentencing for organizing Holocaust deportations remains a chilling historical milestone. In 1980s Los Angeles, the KKK ditched robes for riot gear and hockey masks, using peace rallies as a front for intimidation while circumventing anti-masking laws. In 1994, Bill Gates hung 30 feet in the air to prove a point. One CD-ROM holds more data than 330,000 pages. On May 29, 1953, Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay conquered Everest. This rare photo shows the legendary duo at Camp 4 celebrating the first human footsteps on the summit. Captured in 1990, this iconic portrait features Sherilyn Fenn during her rise to fame as Audrey Horne in Twin Peaks. Her timeless, classic Hollywood glamour defined the era. Election Day, 1968. As the nation voted, protesters and police clashed in Lafayette Square. A haunting glimpse into the deep divisions of a country at a crossroads. Flashback to 1967. A rare, candid moment with Pink Floyd at Wittering Beach. Before the stadium tours, the original quartet defined psychedelic rock from the shore. Hollywood icons Marilyn Monroe and Lauren Bacall radiate glamour at the 1953 premiere of How to Marry a Millionaire, the first film shot in CinemaScope. This 1918 photo shows WWI veterans competing in a one-legged race. Far from being hidden, these events were early milestones in rehabilitative therapy and the Paralympic movement. In 1910, Eugene Ely made history by launching a Curtiss biplane from a wooden platform on the USS Birmingham, marking the birth of naval aviation in Hampton Roads. Captured by Terry O'Neill in 1974, this candid shot shows Elton John dining at Colorado's legendary Caribou Ranch with Frank, the studio cat, while recording his chart-topping album, Caribou. Sister Carolina swaps prayers for powder. Captured in 1975 at Italy's Stelvio Pass, this nun's downhill form proves that grace and speed go hand in hand. Step behind the lens of cinema history with this iconic, candid moment of John Travolta and Uma Thurman on the legendary set of Quentin Tarantino's 1994 masterpiece, Pulp Fiction. Artist Anna Ladd transformed lives by sculpting custom prosthetic masks for World War I veterans, using her creative genius to restore the faces and dignity of the fallen. In 1899, Nebraska's Box Butte County Courthouse was moved 20 miles from Hemingford to Alliance via rail. After horse-drawn attempts failed, the 95-ton building was successfully transported by train in just 6 hours. Behind the glitter of 1950s Paris, Edouard Boubat captures a dancer's quiet solitude, a candid glimpse into the weary reality hidden beneath the cabaret spotlight. Pop royalty meets Hollywood mastery. Michael Jackson, Sophia Loren, Francis Ford Coppola, and George Lucas unite behind the scenes of Disney's iconic 3D space adventure, Captain EO. Photographed hours after the tragedy, this iceberg bore a haunting red scar, a smear of paint believed to be from the Titanic's hull, marking it as the likely culprit. Don't believe every label. This 1967 San Francisco mock funeral wasn't a wedding. It was a symbolic protest staged by activists to bury the hippie media stereotype. January 1915. The 11th Battalion stands on the Great Pyramid of Giza. Months later, these Australian soldiers would lead the legendary first charge at Gallipoli. Step into 1951 Venice, where Christian Dior's elegance met the ball of the century. High fashion and masquerade masks merged, defining post-war glamour in Italy. Two lifestyles collide in John Falter's iconic 1961 illustration, where suburban perfection meets chaotic relaxation in a timeless battle of the backyard. In the 1940s, before her political ascent, Margaret Thatcher was a research chemist. This rare image captures the future Iron Lady long before she exchanged her lab coat for Parliament. Captured in 1994, this iconic photo features the stars of Sense and Sensibility sharing a candid meal together during the film's production in London. Before the Oscars and the blood-soaked masterpieces, he was just a kid in a yearbook. Witness a rare look at the young Quentin Tarantino. In 1948, these LAPD trailblazers made history. Swapping social work for service revolvers, they became the first female trainees to carry firearms, forever changing the face of American law enforcement. In 1912, workers at Bondi Beach began laying the monumental Trans-Pacific Cable. This massive engineering project finally bridged the gap, linking Sydney and Auckland via telegraph. In 1917, at NYC's Martha Washington Hotel, the first exclusively for women, female operators managed manual elevators, symbolizing newfound independence and the shifting workforce of the World War I era. For centuries, the Japanese tradition of ohaguro, or blackening teeth, symbolized beauty and high social status while remarkably protecting dental enamel from decay. Before she was a legend, she was a force. Witness the timeless grace of Sophia Loren, an icon who redefined Hollywood glamour forever. Meet the Roach Coach, a 1978 custom show car by Ed Newton. Built for an Ohio t-shirt company, its wild, bug-like design defined retro-futuristic automotive art. Witness 1930s industrial might. To fight the Great Depression, Henry Ford recycled thousands of old cars, reclaiming steel to forge a new era of manufacturing. French engineer Adolphe Cagrès developed this half-track for Tsar Nicholas II to traverse deep Russian snow. Later used by Lenin, the design eventually inspired Citroën's famous all-terrain expeditions. Arnold Schwarzenegger and 12-year-old Alyssa Milano share a light-hearted moment on the 1985 Commando set. Between filming action scenes, Arnold famously helped his young co-star with her algebra homework. Captured during the 1930s, this image documents the complex relationship between the Catholic Church and the Nazi regime, illustrating a period of controversial diplomatic cooperation and public alignment. Decorated veterans of the Russian Palace Grenadiers pose in 1892. Known as the Golden Company, these elite soldiers served as the Tsar's honorary guard, celebrated for their lifelong service. rock star Billy Joel catches some shut-eye on a 1978 flight to Dallas. Captured by Wally McNamee, this candid shot defines 70s tour life. Arlene Wesley, a proud member of the Yakama Nation, stands as the first ever Miss Indian America. This 1953 portrait celebrates her historic role as a cultural ambassador for Indigenous heritage. A lone survivor stands amidst the rubble of Marseille's old port. Though dated 1947, these ruins tell the story of a city scarred by war. In 1917, Marguerite Lavenu married Georges Roy, a soldier who lost his sight and arms. A powerful testament to love amidst the devastation of war. Born from Hawaiian juice caps, Pogs became a global 1990s obsession. Players used heavy slammers to flip stacks of discs, competing for keeps in the ultimate schoolyard craze. Captured by Cecil Beaton for British Vogue in 1941, this iconic image portrays a model amidst Blitz ruins, symbolizing London's resilient spirit and the enduring power of style. October 16, 1964. China joins the Nuclear Club. Codenamed Project 596, this successful test at Lop Nur signaled a new era of strategic independence and global power. A century before internet memes, this 1903 film still captured a sick kitten being spoon-fed. It made history as one of cinema's very first narrative close-ups. In 1927, this massive F3 tornado loomed over Vulcan, Alberta. Captured by Lucille Handberg, it remains one of history's most terrifyingly clear and iconic photographs of nature's raw power. Beyond the front lines of World War II, a Finnish soldier finds a moment of peace, cradling 2 fox cubs. A rare, heartwarming glimpse into wartime humanity. Captured in 1931 by Boris Ignatovich, this avant-garde photograph uses extreme perspective to dwarf the world beneath the granite toes of an Atlas, a legendary giant guarding Russia's Hermitage Museum. In March 1955, Hollywood icon Marilyn Monroe stunned New York by riding a pink-painted elephant at Madison Square Garden for a Ringling Brothers Circus charity fundraiser. Before Boogie Nights and Austin Powers, a 19-year-old Heather Graham was the ultimate 1989 girl next door. Captured here in Los Angeles, she was just beginning her journey to Hollywood icon. This 1923 photo captures the packing of Queen Mary's doll's house. Built at a 1/12th scale, it featured functional plumbing, electricity, and even a stocked wine cellar. During a 1987 live broadcast, Gary Stolman held David Horowitz at gunpoint with a toy weapon, demanding he read a manifesto claiming humans were being replaced by synthetic clones. Legends unite as Buster Keaton trains Donald O'Connor in 1956, passing down his silent-era mastery of physical comedy and the iconic deadpan for the silver screen. Captured by Bob Mazer in 1984, this iconic shot documents London's raw punk subculture. Amidst everyday commuters, these rebels transformed the underground into a stage for defiant self-expression. Hours after surviving a bomb plot, a wounded Hitler bids his final farewell to Mussolini. It was their last meeting before the fall. Maori leader Renata Kawepo lost his eye during the 1869 Battle of Te Porere. He forgave the woman who did it, eventually marrying her in an act of peace. Rock icon Debbie Harry defines 1970s cool, lounging in oversized shades and a sleek swimsuit. This rare, candid shot captures the effortless punk glamour of the blondie frontwoman. Princess Diana and Prince Harry share a tender moment during their 1987 summer vacation at Merivent Palace in Spain, hosted by the Spanish royals. For over a decade, Edward Paisnell terrorized Jersey in this terrifying rubber mask. Caught in 1971, the Beast was revealed to be a local builder and Father Christmas. In 1966, the Rolling Stones donned drag for a Manhattan photo shoot to promote their single. This bold, rebellious move famously challenged the era's rigid gender norms. During the 1944 liberation of Strasbourg, a French tank commander leans from his vehicle to embrace the mother he hadn't seen in 3 years. Fay Wray stars as Anne Darrow in the 1933 classic King Kong. This iconic portrait captures the legendary Scream Queen in her most famous role. In 1961, an Apache delegation visited the Vatican, where a member knelt to kiss the hand of Pope John XXIII, symbolizing a moment of cross-cultural respect and religious diplomacy. A confident woman irons clothes, blending everyday routine with bold attitude. Her intense gaze turning a simple moment into striking, unforgettable visual storytelling. Well, that's all for today's deep dive into the archives. It's amazing how much history can be hidden in just a single, forgotten frame. If you found these stories as fascinating as I did, please hit that like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm find more viewers who love this kind of content. And I'd love to hear from you. Which specific photo or story stood out to you the most? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. If you're not ready to leave the archives just yet, you can click the video icon right here to watch another discovery, or click the playlist icon to explore even more of my content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.